Over 250,000 years ago, early humans called Neanderthals first discovered and used fire to their advantages. Here is a Neanderthal building his own fire. This fire was used to create weapons for early Neanderthals. The fire was used to heat the stone, and thus the stone became flaky and easier to sharpen. However, this fire could be sensed from long distances by other tribes because of the smoke, and they began to attack. However, they thought in their best interest they should form an alliance, and thus create a stronger civilization. This fire was also used to help create food that was better for humans. It allowed them to have a smaller stomach and a larger brain. Also, civilizations were able to prosper because of the heat of the fire and because it was able to scare off other animals that were a threat to the humans. Neanderthals have just returned from a trip to the river, and with them, they have gathered some water. They heat this water on the fire in hopes that it will kill bacteria and diseases that live within. It appears that an outside invader has arrived. They kill it with the new weapons that they have just created. This animal will prove to be a good source of protein in the future.
Fire was also used for weapons such as arrows, so people back then would light up their arrows on fire from like a torch, and then they would go and raid other tribes. And what raiding is, like, it's like a tribe attacking another tribe, and they could do this using fire arrows, which was really efficient because they could attack from a distance, burn their villages, and even in war people would use it to burn the opponent's resources so then they have an advantage against them. Another use of fire was turning caves into homes. So what people did back then was pretty much just make fire inside the cave and live there, because caves are like small isolated areas, so then the heat from the fire would stay in one place. So especially like in the winter, people just stay in the cave with that fire so they don't get cold.
Modern day 2018, people now use electrical fires to heat up and warm up. Nowadays, the stove is used as a substitute for the campfire. People can now heat up their food or water right on the stovetop. You don't even need to heat it up. The water can come hot straight from the tap. Although fire is extremely beneficial to society, it also comes with its own devastating problems. Firefighters today can get rid of fires themselves, but in the past, no one was there to help solve fire problems. It looks like this job needs to be dealt with from the inside.
As stated before, fire does have its negative impacts. In fact, fire has kind of turned into a weapon of mass destruction. Weapons such as flamethrowers and Molotov cocktails were started to be used in world wars and stuff, and wars right now. And these weapons can cause lots of damage, and even in just like normal life, there's arson where people burn down buildings. So fire has turned from like a necessity for life to something that takes away life.